Tonight I have invited my neighbor over from across the street and she's videoing me, and I'm gonna give you a tour of our office, okay? And show you some ideas on how to organize home offices. So this is my husband's home office, and so let me just point out a few features. First of all, you see a nice clean desk because I'm very much into nice clean spaces, because this is project area, it's also work area, study area, whatever, homework area. So we try to keep everything put away. We always put a nice big print in each room to have a focal point. Greenery needs to be in each room, alternate lighting. And so there's three forms of lighting in here. There's the overhead, and there's the window. Of course, at night we can't use that. And then there is an extra lighting, just sometimes you're in the mood for just something a little bit lower lighting. So the plants should be in every majorly used room because they recycle the air for you and keep the air nice and fresh. So that's some things. Also black. There needs to be a little bit of black in every room to ground the room, and so I always put like a little touch of black. Okay, and so this is a little social seating area for small groups. Now larger groups can go in the family room or the living room, but if you just want to come in for a little quieter sit down talk, then you can come in here. And then I'm a firm believer that every room needs history in it. So this is like my grandpa's Bible, my grandma's Bible, and so I have this little display case, and you're going to see history all over this room because I'm kind of nostalgic like that. So I try to incorporate it into the furnishings of the room. Come over here and I'll show you the drawers here. Now, first of all, you'll see right behind this chair, there's a little collection box, and there's one over here because we don't always feel like putting things away. So we put something pretty out where you can just throw something in there, like if you have a file, you don't want to file right away or whatever. And so I'm really into having little collection areas that, and then when you're in the mood to clean, then you can do that later. So I think form should follow function. So I organized this drawer when we first moved in here. And then I just waited to see what my husband did. And I just kind of watched his daily activities and what he did with this drawer. And basically he pays bills with this area. So I turned this into a bill paying center, where he has little stamps and his glasses and pins and return address things. And then if you just come over this way, this is another little collection area. So if I have like a file or whatever that needs to go in this drawer, I can put it there for temporary purposes. My husband empties his pockets here, and so he puts his cell phone here, and then he puts his change in here. And I'm really big into every floor needs a change collection area. And it's something you can just, it has a toss top that you can just throw change in there. And then this, every home office, every home needs at least 7 files. Now I have 5 of them in here. So you need an education file, you need an employment file, a health file, a legal file, and I have our tax receipts right here, and so that's another file. And I actually put all of our, like when you get these and degrees and things, I just put them right in here. So the original goes in here, and then we put a copy up on the wall if we need it. I also have a label maker right there, and then if you have legal things from buying your house or whatever, then you could just put those to the side. I'm kind of weird. I collect our check stubs, but usually you can just shred those, but for some reason I like to collect them. And this is for supplies, so miscellaneous paper supplies, so specialty papers and tabs and then envelopes and paper and extra things like that, we just file into there. So that's how we organize our home office. And you might say, well, I don't have a big room like this. Well, I'm going to take you upstairs. This is going to be a treat. And I'm going to show you my home office. And it's just tucked away in a little corner, and it's an idea of a different type of home office that you can set up. So now right up here on this little landing at the top of the steps is where my home office is. Looks a little bit different. It's kind of right here in the middle of the action of the house, but it has some of the same elements. For one, nice big mirror, seating. You can come up here for a little chat or to sit and talk. I also use this area to pray, or I've spent several all-nighters here studying. So this can be used for different things. Over here, you see I like nice windows, and then there's an alternate form of lighting. So there's an overhead light, and then there's this one, and then the large screen computer, of course, black. I always like to incorporate a little bit of black into every area. There's greenery, there's a plant to refresh the air, and also history, into having history right around us. And so this is a cross that my husband's dad made, and he placed his pictures of him and his brothers underneath the cross. So I keep that as a keepsake of him. So if you'll just come right on over here, I will show you my desk drawer. Now this is a deep drawer, and so the way that I made sure that I didn't just use the area of the drawer, the surface area, but I used the depth of it, the volume of it, is I came up with this little idea. I bought these, and I like to try to buy deeper containers to hold office stuff in, because they just never fits all my stuff. I always have lots of stuff. So I took these off of hanging files, and I just poked a hole in there and just threaded this through on either side, and then I just set it up here, and then it will just slide back and forth as you need it. And I put my wires and my accessories up here, and things that I just grab with one hand there. So in here I keep my journals, I keep my cards. I like to send a lot of cards out to people, little notepads, scissors. I think that every home office should have a little set of tools, and so I keep tools in here where they're easily accessible. If I have an idea and I want to see if it's going to fit, then I just yank this out. And so just keep all that right in there. And then in this drawer right here, these are my files. So I'm in my PhD program. So before I started my program, I just made a file ahead of time with every class. I had a map out of my class, of every class I was going to have, what semester I was going to have it, what year, and I just set them all up ahead of time. That way, as I just got my papers, I just tossed them in there, and I knew I would have them all organized at the end whenever I needed them. So this over here is kind of tight here, but you know, it's a little area. So this is my little prayer drawer, and this map here reminds me to pray for other people besides myself. We have a big world out there. And this is my prayer journal where I write stuff, and my book and things that I pray for. So that's that. And then this over here, I come in here and use this every morning. I pull my Bible out, and then there's all my supplies. This is like my little warehouse back here of my extra supplies that I need. And then I can't see anything in there. Here, let me shine a little light on that. See, that's why you need alternate lighting for videos. Okay, and then there's my notebooks, and so some of them are empty, some of them are full, so I'm always writing, putting things in there. And then every morning I come and I make sure, whenever I come and do my devotion, I make sure that I get my vitamins out, and I take my vitamins, and I always clean off my desk, because G always has some little grime on my desk. Then if you just come right over this way, this is my bookshelf. And so this is all my research that I had to do for my comprehensive exams and now for my dissertation. But I like to leave the top of it open so that I can put things on here that I don't forget in the morning. So I have them right here at the top of the stairs. or like if I need to take something out and, you know, I have a little ledge to look through my stuff with or whatever. So I like to kind of leave the top open. And then I have, whenever I'm going to do exercise, I have my little resistance band, because as you get older, it's harder to get up when you're doing sit-ups. So I just use this. And then I have some extra shoes tucked under here. I put these on a front plank, and I do my planking right here. Make sure that your storage is working for you and you're not working for it. So you have to make sure that it's serving you. Is your storage light? Is it easy to get down? Is it easy to access? Is it do your things fit in there nicely without being crammed and stuffed in there? Because cleanliness has a lot to do with the storage. So if the storage is right, then you're going to tend to keep that area cleaner. Does that storage sort of fit into the room, or you know, does it fit into the style of the room? Does it look neat, and does it look organized, and does it have some type of pattern to it? And so these things will really help you to keep your office storage nice and clean and organized. Has this helped you, Jenny?
I'm hoping you're coming to my house next.
That's not how it's supposed to work. This is a self-help video. This is supposed to motivate you and excite you about cleaning your home office.
My home office is also a playroom.
Oh, okay. That will be the next video. How to combine a home office and a playroom. That's actually a little bit what this is, because this is sort of in the general area. So
Yes, but it has a lot of toys.
I'll show you how
houses.
to make those look like part of your home office. All right. Well, thank you for joining. Bye-bye.